changing tournament.
Yeah, you think back to the Chinese teams representing their region last year in Stage 5. Wolves was not even one of the 3 teams that we had. We had DYG, we had FBX, we had Q9. Wolves was nowhere to be found. The roster they've built has definitely impressed so far. And right off the start, we're going to see what they can do. But the SKS is an absolute nightmare. Shorty going to connect for Zai. It is going to be skade on the inside of the hard point. Big kill for King. Trying to spawn trap right here. That's one thing you need to know about firing range hard point. It can snowball very, very quickly because if you get put in that bottom firing range spawn, it can be nearly impossible to escape. We're going to see lots of smokes on this one, but a strong start here for skade.
So far, no real map control for both of these teams, and only just one power position here, occupied by Wolves in the form of Ching. That's going to be really big. They're trying to go in there for the first hardpoint, but obviously this is going to be a contest zone, heavily contested as it's so open. So far, though, the setup coming in from skade already pulling through, having 3 players doing a really good job at the defense so far.
Ooh, Mihawk's got a cheeky angle right there. And Leo Zera going crazy with the SKS. If you're Wolves, you've got to be careful right now. You don't want those bottom spawns. That's what skade's trying to force, and that is a big kill for Leozin. Still not going to be able to force it, but spawning way across the map, that's going to be quite a trek to get on over to P2, and no momentum right now for this Wolves team.
Peg tries to get those kills, but it's not enough for them to actually throw it out. Leo Zera is just in a rampage. He's getting so many kills, 9 already to his name. And it looks like, yeah, the SKS, there's no response here. And the fact that you have so much range here, there's going to be an absolute dominance when it comes to the defense in American. I mean, this is going to be a hard task because for Wolves, they have no control whatsoever.
Finally, a couple gunfights going to flood through, and they're going to see if they can make their way into American. But priority number 1 is going to be locking in P3. Trying to chain that together with P4 going to be crucial. They break through. Not a whole lot of time to be gotten right here. I'm not sure it was going to be a worthwhile one. And wow, the range on that deagle out of Leozin. He's going to be able to go big, and maybe some questionable decision making right here for Wolves. You had an opportunity to early rotate and see if you can get a full 60. Instead, you go for 10 seconds of scrap time, and as a result, skade now full access over here on P3 as well.
I mean, you don't have the luxury to get those scrap points. You need to set up for the next hard point just to get a lot of those essential points that you need, the seconds, the full 60. And now it looks like it's going to be skade that's actually going to get that. Not just that, it's going to be Leosin with the Purifier absolutely stopping the entrance. And the only faith that they have is going to be Zai going in for the back end, but still loses a lot of the gunfights. Looking like Wolves is actually going to be in shambles here. 21 points to their name and just 110 for skade.
Yeah, you got Leozin on a 7 spree right now. That's not even counting the operator kills. He's now got an EMP system. We have not seen those come out very often in the competition, but 100-point lead right now for skade. Wolves have had absolutely no answer, no success in breaking those hard points, and now 3 SKSs coming out for skade. They are raining absolute havoc on this Wolves team who's scrambling to find some semblance of a hold. It's just not happening, especially on a firing range map that's so wall bangable. Those SKS is going to be that much stronger.
Oh my goodness, Leozin, he's angry. skade is angry. And to see a team that just performed so well in such a dominant fashion here, they were already spawning off of firing range. The players from Wolves couldn't really get the engagement even though they had the more favorable spawns. Still, skade, a lot of these moments just really played very well. They're getting a lot of points here, and even though it is a little bit of a back and forth, Wolves needs to have the most points in this particular hill because they can't let it go. It's 100 points in between them.
One thing we know, this can snowball quickly, and if Wolves can get some solid positioning right here, might be able to force that bottom side spawn. They're picking up a nice little chunk of time here, and yes, they find themselves down 100 points, but maybe get some tower control, get some tin control, get some trailer control, might be able to make something happen, but they just have not had much of a response for the SKSs. Zai fires back, he's on a 3 spree. Pred missile could work wonders for trying to build some momentum.
I feel like for Wolves, they just have a hard time figuring out where the spawns are and what the power positions could actually hold, because so far what I'm noticing, they don't usually have a solid hold, and usually you get to see one person in trail, one person in tower, or even up in tin. Peg tries to go in there for the contest, doesn't really quite finishes up, but then good thing his teammates are right there. But again, there's always a response coming in. Papzera goes in there with the SKS kills. Leosin as well tries to stop the push, but it's just not enough for them to gather a lot of these points. It's because they don't have any control over the map whatsoever. And now the rotation needs to come through into the very next hill as King stops by. Looking like another disconnect is actually about to happen over here as player number 3 coming in from Wolves not moving at all. That's going to be a very difficult situation to be in, being here in a 4v5. And just affirming the situation, there is a disconnect, so we're probably going to be hopping off of this matchup really soon. But again, even without this disconnect, you're just seeing that Wolves are just having such a hard time when it comes to getting.
Gotta get through the conclusion here on map 4 first.
Indeed. Skade, SKS. At one point in time, we thought, ooh, maybe Wolves has a bit of a response for us. Maybe not. Maybe it's just a map-related issue. Who knows? We jump on in again, as you mentioned, right there in the cinematic fly-through. 190 is what Wolves need. Skade just 94. As we jump on in, the continuation of firing range, and Skade clean on the opening hardpoint. Neon's actually going to get the SKS to go right off the rip. King also with them with AR presence, but all in all, it's Skade soaking up the time on the first hill.
It's starting to feel like this entire weekend is if you can't beat them, you might as well join in on the fun, because look, this entire Skade team on fire range hardpoint, a map mode combination we haven't seen all too much, has been getting away with so much value within these longer lines of sight that fire range offers.
Looking solid for the moment. Keep in mind, first time we were here, Skade great on rotating over towards P2 and holding that bottom right-hand side of the minimap. Wolves trying to fix on their mistakes to keep themselves alive in this map number 4 and try to avoid what looks to be, like you mentioned, the inevitable map 5. Leo's there up top, smoked out. Zai right there and towards top 10. 13 seconds on the fight for, and every second is a good second for Skade considering the current differential.
Yeah, that's right. Skade, again, just don't have too far to go comparatively to their Wolves counterpart. They are doing quite wonderfully at that. Look at the zoning away here in America. Papzera here with the SKS gets slid on. We'll be able to get the better of at least one, but there's more scuffles happening outside of America.
Full tire spawn right now for Skade. How do you get these long-range rifles up and down the containers? Mihawk, he's been such a hero today, but shut down. King finds the long-range shots for his triple, and Wolves convincing on this break, and even more so on the setup.
Tango down.
Still have a lot more zoning to do. 40 seconds still existing here inside the hardpoint, so every single elimination found outside the hardpoint is going to be a good one. You also have to keep in mind where all the players are coming from outside of 10. Leo Zera is going to find an opener.
Oh, this is going to be good news here for Skade, coming through the smoke, trying to shut it down his side. The break still not in as of yet. Came from the front door, helped out by a flash, and Wolves clean on the break attempt from Skade, pushing him back right once more again in towards trailer. Next set of rotations need to start coming through. Interesting spawn for number 5 in blue. Yeah, Neon's actually going to be behind this entire play. And if he can kind of sneak his way in incognito, there may be a chance to blow up this entire setup, but no, not quite. Wolves digging into the deficit, but Skade looking good towards trailer.
I was going to bring that up. King has already got himself 2 streaks, calls in the Predator missile, finds 2 along with it. Now Zai, as well as King, both have operators if they're feeling antsy for it. And hey, if you can get in there, especially with what is offered in this matchup alone, you can either hold and break continuously.
There we go, right from the front. How about this? Skade claw out. Up here, Fire trying to match it. Goes to a 1v1 inside the hillside. Shut down. Skade still holding on. Not too far away from victory. They can't win it here, but they'll be real darn close.
Pretty darn close indeed. And this little pull here from Mihawk. That claw is just ripping everybody asunder. You are just walking into a quite little blender. 10 is looking pretty darn good continuously for Skade. More chows coming out through the front door. Numbers still existing here for Skade.
Nearly tying the scoreboard again. 94 is the magic number for the Brazilians of Skade. And Mihawk provides a double, possibly to lock down the scrap time. You have to challenge everything if you're Wolves. You can't let go of wood, sure, but you also don't want to see these 12 seconds go, so here comes the challenge. How about the pistol from Leosin? A little bit of assistance from his teammates, but may not have needed it in any form. 80 to 69. Just down to if you can find a rotation, but Skade, they're looking hot.
Fear Fire getting pulled out there by Xing. Predator missile going to be answered back in kind. Here it comes crashing down to the floor. Only going to be able to find one. It's a 1-for-2 trade so far, but space being provided for Skade to move through mid-map.
And no one's watching this. No one's watching this for Wolves right through mid. This could just be the combo coming forward for Leo's in, but no! How about the shutdown from the front door? So, okay, Wolves once again see an extra life in the mix here at one. Leozera just picking apart, making sure nobody can hit through the middle. Leozit following up with that little bit of oversight from his teammates. Up top, King claws out in the mix, trying to break, not gonna be successful. Wolves stabilize again.
These spawns for Skate are so far away. That is now twice on over that a single player has been trying to push through Banana, and Peg has shut them down both times. This has turned into a influential hill for Wolves to get themselves back into this game. Keep in mind, 12 points needed for Skate. One good break is all they need.
You can also try to finesse scrap time. A lot of ways that Skate can win this, and well, they're not even gonna get this scrap time. So we go back over to a very mixy hard point, right in towards the middle of sandbags. You have to break through this high ground presence of all of the SKSs that Skate have brought to the battlefield, and it's not quite working out as of yet. Peg trying to get inside, but Leo's in denying. As the hard point opens up, you see nothing but orange surrounding the hard point.
Great positioning coming through, especially for player number 3 of Papzera. You want your SKSs to be in these money positions to watch people cross.
Oh, wow, Mihawk, a double from inside the hard point. Peg also shut down. You want a game 5? Let's go!
Game 5 on the horizon. Skate is popping off. They have a whole fan base right in front of their setups here, Alan, and they are just letting them know. The reverse sweep, very much so on the cards here. That was a grueler and a half, especially coming off of the Slums control through the firing range hard point. The SKSs are absolutely on point.
Oh my, oh my, oh my.